And now stand by for adventure.
3, 2, 1.
In the exciting story of the Magnetic Menace. For many weeks, Colonel Bleep had been hard at work developing a wonderful magnetic paint. Actually, a new source of energy, almost as powerful as atomic energy. This magnetic paint was attracted to light, and a missile painted with Mars red, when exposed to the light of the planet Mars, would travel straight to that planet at tremendous speed. A missile painted with magnetic yellow was attracted by the light of Saturn, and when exposed to that light, would rocket off direct to that distant planet at fantastic speed. Already, Colonel Bleep had mixed and stored in a dark cabinet several colors of this magic magnetic paint. Mars red, Venus green, Saturn yellow, Jupiter orange, Mercury blue, and most powerful of all, sun white. Meanwhile, Squeak, the puppet, and Scratch, the caveman, were busy building a model rocket ship from an old wooden barrel. With the last few boards now nailed in place, Squeak quickly fashioned 2 space helmets from coconut shells, while Scratch wandered off in search of a can of paint to decorate their new toy. Quite by accident, the caveman came upon the cabinet filled with Bleep's jars of magnetic paint. Scratch blinked in wonder, for never before had he seen such brilliant colors. And noticing only the word paint on the labels, he quickly tossed a jar of each color into his sack and dashed back to paint the model spaceship. In only minutes, the rocket was aglow with magnetic paint. The nose of Saturn yellow, the tail of Mars red, and the body of glistening sun white with a stripe of Venus green around the middle. Even their coconut helmets now glistened with color. Jupiter orange for the puppet, gleaming sun white for the caveman. Quickly they hopped aboard for their first make-believe journey. But to their great surprise, the wooden ship actually began to move. For just at that moment, the planet Saturn rose above the twilight horizon. The light from this distant planet executed a strong attraction on the Saturn yellow magnetic paint of the rocket. So strong that suddenly, the wooden craft streaked from the ground, carrying its frightened passengers at tremendous speed straight for distant Saturn. As they passed the planet Mars, however, the red color paint on the rocket tail was caught in the glow of that planet, changing the course of flight to send the space deputies speeding straight for Mars. But then Jupiter's light fell upon Squeak's orange helmet, pulling them in still another direction. Back and forth they bounced through space as the planets tugged at the magic magnetic paint. Minutes passed before Colonel Bleep discovered the plight of his friends and sped off in a desperate effort to rescue them before the sun-white paint on the rocket was attracted by the powerful rays of the sun. But was there time? Already his friends were streaking to a fiery doom straight towards the scorching sun. With lightning speed, Bleep sent a bolt of atomic energy flashing through space to wrap around the rocket's tail. Then a mighty tug of war began between the spaceman and the powerful sun itself. Squeak and Scratch were terrified as the wooden barrel stretched to and fro, first pulled towards the sun, then back to Bleep, this way and that, stretching and straining until suddenly it snapped in two. The front half of the barrel plunged into the scorching sun and was consumed in an instant. But fortunately, Squeak and Scratch were riding in the tail section, and so they landed safely in the arms of Colonel Bleep. Yes, once again, Colonel Bleep and his wonderful futomic energy had saved the puppet and the caveman from a terrible fate. And you can be sure that Squeak and Scratch will never forget the day when a barrel of fun turned into a barrel of trouble.